Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is Crusader Kings 3, where we are ruling the Taciti Empire. An empire loosely based on the Egyptian Empire of Lower and Upper Egypt, but this time ruled by their southern neighbors, the Daju people. And this empire, loosely based on this Egyptian empire, in the last episode had some awesome events, like that we could go to the Oracle of Siva and, get some advice and what have you not. And I thought, wrongly, that that had to do possibly they had changed something in the base game. No, you silly beta plan. What I was trying to do is I wanted to get the Pharaoh crown into the game. But unfortunately did not manage that, but I did find another mod called the Regional Immersion and Cultural Enrichment mod, or RICE. And, or Rice, I don't know perhaps how you want to parse that, but yeah, that is actually what added all those temples, so maybe it's not too strange that this is a little bit on the strong side, I have to admit. Now, we got really lucky, we got the best advisors, we didn't get the small or the medium one, we got the best ones, but maybe this ought to be toned down a wee little bit, but yeah, it is because of that regional immersion that happened, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it, so I will keep it running. The other thing, these core regional things, that was also a mod, but it was kind of obvious that it was a mod in the way it was that you saw here, purple text lighting up and what have you not. And I did not like that, so I removed that. We'll have to play around with it like the way it is. But having these symbols next to our empire is definitely in the base game, and I do not believe they looked like that. Definitely new in comparison to CK2, the level of detail on them, which is amazing. But I've now been talking already about 2 minutes about the fact that I mod installed, and I'm sorry I didn't mention those. But another big thing that has happened, of course, is the 1.2 patch is out. We have ruler designers. Yeah, but we have a gameplay. We can't really do anything about that because, well, gameplay has already started a while ago. Now, what you are supposed to do in this patch, they said you could do it, is that you could change the name of any member in your court. And I wonder how I do that. Disinherit ground titles, blah blah blah. It was supposedly they said you could change names in this patch. But I've seen so many other people also talk about, hey, this is how the ruler designer works. You know what, I'll find it out for the next character, but maybe we want to name this one Amun Hopetep. Because dang, did Amun give some blessing to this guy. Woohoo! Now, we are actually extremely close to consecrating the bloodline. But. In the last episode, of course, we lost a little bit of Syria. Syria expanded and we cannot abide by that. Jerusalem actually has currently a little bit less of a force than it normally has, and I think that is the perfect time to tell them, you screwed up. We're gonna go for the Duchy of Amman, and we're going to make use of some of the new mechanics that I will show you, as the music will play super loud and will overpower my voice. So, as you can see, I have raised my army, but because they were thinking, look, if you raise local armies over here, and of course, because we had only one rallying point, everything was going to be raised there, even if I did local armies, they realized, like, look, this only has, for 6,000 men, enough supply limit. Whereas your forces together are more than that, so we will automatically divide them. I like that mechanic. Disadvantage of that mechanic is that now also split up, unfortunately, our men-at-arms forces. And those I like to keep together. So basically, because I found out, well, I don't know if I was the only one that found it out, but the trick of, well, splitting your man-at-arms and therefore being able to move immediately is a mechanic I always will start using. I always will use. But, yeah, oh, hello. The response is quick and possibly decisive. So basically, I'm going to have to do all over this again. Keep the zeros and move here and tell this army commander, look, dude, you don't need to move. To guide that army, you need to guide that army. But they respond with a lot more forces than I expected. Mercenaries? Mercenaries, yes. They have mercenaries, so that could be a bit of a fight. That cold-hearted fiend. He gains dread. He's plotting against my son? Hey, you also bred out the problem. Well done, and your son is quick. I mean, you got a genius as a wife? Yeah. So it didn't get you as well, but it's interesting to note. Hey, this is interesting to note as well. They were afraid to move in. So let's move in here. See if we can trample that army. We had a 100% chance to capture him, so that is very good for us. Can we grab them over there? No, we should intercept them over here. Now, the first few days of the battle might be a little painful, because we're understaffed and they do have forces. And here we see the new battle screen, where it is easily to note that, hey, we're countered by the enemy bowmen. Yeah, we're countering them. But here they say that we're countering the Sahel horsemen and countering our camel riders. That is not so good. Deals only 90% damage due to being countered. But that is, it's a lot easier to overview. Now I do find that this number has been well, cramped a bit, which I'm not crazy about. But on the other hand, I do think the background is perhaps a little clearer. Advantage in enemy's favor is now at a -6. I don't know if I like the minus, but I understand the way it works. And there's a nice victory. Now let's see how much damage we did. We captured a Duke. That is already amazing. They killed about 500 of ours, about 2,000 theirs. That victory isn't, I would say, a full-blown victory in my mind. That could have been better. Now, we are immediately, however, in the duchy that we want to grab. So we should be immediately on top of this to start sieging here. And I do want to give chase to this army, but we're also on top of the other castle that we need to siege. So basically, I'm not going to do that. And then this army will go there as a general counter. And you, my friend, let's ransom you. You Duke of Amman, you're about to lose your titles and you're going to pay for our war. I like it. We'll dismiss this. Then we're going to go and see what else we can ransom. We apparently got a mayor. We got this lonely guy. And I got my half-brother and cousin. Yeah, that's that guy. He's not going away. And then this guy, which is kind of special. He is Bori and Kanuri. And this guy... Oh, this guy just died. Died in an accident. Because I checked before we started. Yeah, he died just a few days ago. So now this boy is on the throne. And his heir is a Kanuri. No, now that we can't help. What we're going to do is we're going to negotiate release. We're going to demand conversion and recruit him. Which allows us to... Oh, here, a beauty. Tengri beauty. But will... That is a very good Tengri beauty. She is heir to to Serbia, even. Wait, was it not Pannonia or Serbia? No, to Pannonia. But your father, oh, he apparently then died before he got... Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. No claim on Serbia. And Pannonia doesn't really exist. It kind of broke apart, this huge kingdom. never even formed Hungary in this alternative reality. So that is pretty interesting. Well, there you go. You got yourself quite a beauty of a wife. And you are Kushite, and you have a claim on territory that's currently not ours because it lies within this territory, which, well, is nice to attack for because, hey, virtuous to the Bori, possessed. That's cool. Also, this used to be a circle, I think. Now it's a heart. I wonder what that means. Hold a feast. Hold Mystic Communion. No, Mystic Communion we're not gonna do. We're almost there. We're almost a religious icon. And we should get some piety back from this war, I believe. If we win it. And then we can consecrate the bloodline. I know that this war cost us piety to start. But I think it is worth it to take away Jerusalem. So, why don't you leave enough attackers? You only have 400 men there, so let's put out 8,000. 8,000? Yeah, 1,000. That's what the number is. How many? Oh, come on! I clicked on it twice correctly, and I keep on clicking through. This is just me doing 400 men only. So yeah, let us, well, defend Tiberius. Is it Tiberius? Yep, Tiberius being attacked. No, I don't want the siege. I want these 3 armies. Thank you. Unite. I did that with the shift button, by the way. In case you're wondering how I did that. Probably most of you are familiar enough with the game by now that I don't need to tell you that, but hey. Better that I try and be of service to you than I assume that everybody else knows everything, because assumptions are the key to... Hey! Hello, new king. Sure, there's your capital. Good luck, buddy. Actually, that got him the whole duchy. Hold on a second. The Duchy of Lebanon. Title history. That was already yours, but you only had this one county. Did you just conquer that? Or did you just no, you didn't sideways inherit it because his father already had it. I thought this had just gone to Jerusalem. Beirut and Tripoli. Oh well, whatever. The unfortunate thing of that is that we won't be able to declare war on Syria and just say, hey, we want our land back, because we are already attacking Jerusalem. And I can't keep attacking them constantly. Besides, I do want to keep the piety points because we do want that consecrated bloodline. That is an amazing battle. They had 5 people left, so they went away. They lost nearly the entire army. We only lost 85 men. Now, if that doesn't show that Amun is with us, I don't know what does. Now, how do I rename people in my court? I thought it had come along with 1.2. Uh-oh. No! Ah, you're feeling good. Herculean is very nice. And he is no longer, of course, inbred. There's no inbreeding here. That is really, really nice. I'm your guardian, right? Your parents. Yeah, but your guardian. Yeah, no, we're guardian. That's good. And of course, we will also teach his sister. And we will make that a sister-brother marriage. Of course, immediately as soon as we bred out the inbreeding, we'll inbreed them again. But if we're super, and I mean super lucky, they will remain having Herculean. Or this gets boosted up, huh? Who knows? They will hand some form of pretty and this quick. And then we could actually strengthen the bloodline. Which would be really good for a dynasty that is inbreeding a lot. And I mean a lot. With that victory, I'm actually feel confident enough to say that this army can go home. So that we can make some money while we're at war. And he has gathered a new army. Which I'm fine with, to fight with less overwhelming odds, because they should have a disembark penalty. It's gonna stay for 13 days, so yes, we're gonna go in with that. Having a 51 advantage. Yes, our light footmen are being countered by their archers. So our light footmen really are countered, but then again, we're countering their stuff as well. And we are countering them with the Camel Horse Riders and Sahel Horsemen. Deals 10% damage only. Why is then this not in red? I wonder what red then means in this case, because I thought the stronger the red color, the more they were countered, but I guess it means that there is a positive effect and a negative effect. They're being countered twice, but they also have a positive effect on the other one. And these guys are only being countered. I guess that's it. Well, that is a battle and a half. Trapping the same Duke again. Thank you very much. That's another 100 gold from the guy that we're also going to claim all the lands from. That is just hunky-dory. Fortunately, of course, because battles can only give you 50% war score, we're at the max. That didn't help us much more, but the money was worth it. I'm going to go with plant cultivation, because increasing development in counties is just nice. And then we're probably going to go for Radiant, and then we're going to go for towards Whole of Body. Trying to keep this wonderful Emperor sent by the gods in this fight longer and longer. Oh, okay, well, sure. If you want to die as well, I'm fine with it. In fact, you know what? This army can go down south. Oh, captured some people. Nice. Captured some countesses. 100 gold for your wife even. Oh, this Duke. This Duke has paid us 300 gold already in this war. 300 gold. Yes, and I'm more interested in, you can't even pay for the next. Is that what I see? Or are you not interested in the other prisoners that we got? This person isn't not very interesting to you, I guess. I'm kinda surprised during my dungeon. Yeah, this is of the Duke. You're not willing to pay these boys. I should have actually looked at that and released the boys before I would have released somebody else. Oh, nice, the hill trade. So, you know what? Unfortunately, the capital used to be here, but then he became king, and now it's no longer the capital. Oh, let's, whoa, 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 whoa. Corsica is joining. That is a little bit less. From all my enemies watching on the stars, I may find my answer. I will lose trade zealous. No. And besides, gaining 250 piety is excellent for us. But that is not okay. Oh, but you only have 3 on men. Sorry, I was afraid because it was a kingdom. A kingdom that isn't that small. No, it's only this island. They don't have Corsica, but still. But he got some additional allies to jump in for him. I didn't even move there and he was already like, nope. Hold on a second. We remember the last time we got killed. I wish I had a siege leader, but don't. Syria having a little bit of a rebellion, but not incredibly important. And, oh, motherly advice. We used to be angry with one another, but not anymore. By the way, this is also a mod. This is called... Oh, I have to go off screen for a second. Hold on. No, that's not it. That's called nameplates. That is helping me get a little bit direct knowledge about what this character is. So, parents aid martial affairs. I want to say marital, but it's martial affairs. Or I will decide alone. No, no, no. I will. My mother expects to have a say in my decisions. Oh, wait a second. That can lead to bad things. I remember that. No, I alone will decide how I fight. And she actually is still happy with me. Neighbor's war is resolved. Aduran versus Yemen. Oh, hold on. Your acquaintance died in my prison. Ajuran versus... to the side of the third Ajuran content, which was won by Bokor Dabir. Oh, he won it. That's unfortunate. Yemen grew a little weaker. And I kind of want Yemen to be as powerful as they can be for the longest time they can be. As a kind of a counterbalance to Ajuran, because I don't want Ajuran to become too powerful. Yeah, this I noticed. These sieges will not come in time until we have taken war score, or at least we should, from holding the duchy in its entirety, right? Yeah, we hold the duchy in its entirety. 99% already, yeah. Now, our men came in time, so we do win it, but I have to admit I kind of baited them. So that's where these kills come from, but there's another 2,000 dead. Fortunately, we didn't capture anyone in that particular battle. Can we still... Oh, you gained a dukedom. You were just roaming, but hey. There you go, 15 gold for her. That, sure. And falls the demands over here. And now it becomes interesting. 3 unread messages. We have too few champions. Right now. Do we have someone in court that is maybe a good champion? Well, at 20 he's pretty good. But how old are you? 59. You're a holy warrior. That's an aggressive attacker. You are unyielding and aggressive attacker. You can improve actually, because you're just a hunter. You can actually still improve. You're younger. You will keep it longer. I will... Wait a second before I start paying. Hold on. Let's not go not too hasty here. First of all, let's disband. Second, let's find some characters to rule in our name. They need not be Tunjur. In fact, better they not. Religion, Kushite. Ruler. Not a ruler. Adult. Male. Marital status, unmarried. Just to make sure that things go right. By age. And oh, I love this. That's also a change. Now you can see if somebody has a virtue or a sin without having to remember it from the top of your head. Which may be actually good if you know that for your own religion, but I have to admit, I've played some other games as well and you get confused at times. For instance, this guy is just nice as a warrior. His prowess isn't great, but oh, and this one is even better. Has a virtue and is going to try and convert people. Love it. Or, that's what I hope. Because he's astute intellectual, I hope he goes into that branch of the learning one. That is called theologian. Makes it easier to convert. So that is what I hope for. Of course, not guaranteed. And most of the time, I have the feeling they were going for longer life, being healthy. And I can't really blame that decision on them. I mean, being healthy is a good thing. Which is kind of a weird thing when you're a YouTuber. And when you stay inside a lot. Not that this is my full-time job, don't get me wrong. But with the current events, of course, everybody stays inside a little bit more. You know what? We had a one with a virtue. Where is he? I mean, you're not the best, but you're a little sadistic, which may or may not bite in the ass, us in the ass somewhere later. But let's just take it. And another virtuous person, please. You may be ill, but you will do fine. You will survive, right? There you go. No longer too much. And then we're gonna go. This duchy title. We want to usurp it. Cannot lose somebody who's fighting a war. Jerusalem is still fighting another war. Gosh darn it. We need to know exactly when you are... Oh, shoot, we were going to give him land, right? Oh, boop. We were going to give this guy land. Dang. Made a mistake. Oh well, we're just gonna have to live with that. So, how much more for consecrating the bloodline? Found a holy order. Not gonna do that because it costs piety. We'll do that later. Don't get me wrong. We will do that, but later. 116 piety more. Just a few more months. We'll consecrate the bloodline. Found a holy order. Yeah, I'm willing to do that, but not right now. Hold a mystic communion. Also would take us would cost piety. Can't do that right now. This man, he needs to change. Is perhaps it's because the save is different? Like the barbershop is the first thing that comes to mind where you may be able to change it, but possibly the full barbershop doesn't allow me to change my name? Like that hasn't been implemented yet, but I don't think so because the barbershop has been made compatible with. I can't click on the name here. They said they would change it, or is that in the next patch? I watched the stream, but I'm starting to wonder if I misremembered something. Let us stop being rivals. Yes, let us. Stop being rivals. Maybe you then won't kill my son. I am going to allow you to ransom yourself because of that. Congratulations. No longer rivals. That on its own is enough merit for me to say, yo. We can usurp this title as soon as he is no longer at war. It's defending against the helmet grave on Menorca. Sure, it will be my pleasure. So you... I look forward to this, hold on. You don't seem to be at war. 10% chance I gain drunkard. Look, I have had quite enough, thank you very much. I don't need additional de-stress. And he recognizes true intellect. Opinion goes up again. It's all good. Holy moly, I didn't realize we had that much money. Hubba hubba hubba. Let us invest some into a orchard. I think first. We have enough to build here, don't get me wrong. We have enough to build there. Fayum, do I want to have these around? Small plantation is good. No, I want you to have a camery. We are going to have so many knights and we're going to buff them even more once we include, where is it? Sorry, on top of course, the military academies. They're going to be in there. And then we're going to build here probably as our duchy building. Oh, hold on, over here. We're probably going to build the one that gives us extra money. The tax offices. It is my go-to, I have to admit. Which is perhaps a little bit boring, but there we go. We gained another opinion boost. That minus an opinion is not a problem. They will pray to our gods. Yes. Sure. Come on. Want to consecrate our bloodline. 61. You can do it. Oh, Despot of Jerusalem. As soon as your war is over, buddy. Against Prince in the Menorcan claim on the Vaji of Algier. Algier. That's Tunis. That's not Algier. This is Algier. They're fighting for this. But they're winning that quite handsomely. Oh, you've got yourself a big ass rebellion. Why do I constantly go to the wrong guy? Oh! Because I'm clicking on Mallorca, not on Menorca. I'm clicking on the big one instead of the small one. Hey, additional taxes. Thank you. A ransom. 25 gold for this boy, sure. Do you want the other one as well? There you go. Paid in full. Well done. Le Duc is dead. So that means the duchy title is also gone. Or possibly should not have a holder anymore. No, he still holds it. Interesting. But he's paid all the money for it. And there it is. Consecrate the bloodline. It's gonna give me 100 stress. So I'm immediately gonna call for a hunt. Or a feast. Anything. But Right now, we're gonna perform the final rites. By showing sufficient devotion and gathering the favor of the clergy, I can assure that my dynasty is forever enshrined as a holy bloodline under divine protection. You used to be able to, when CK3 was released, you couldn't do this if you were content. Now it gives you 100 stress. Much better. I'm overwhelmed by stress. But, thanks to my pure devotion and relentless work, I have inextricably bound the holiest of offices of the Kushite faith to the Tunjur dynasty. Which should be, I mean, we're the head of the religion. An increasing number of people in the clergy and amongst the faithful has come to think of the family as the chosen caretakers of the holy relics and the harbingers of divine will, as they should be. And now we are known as, we had no title, as the Savior. As the Divine. You gain the trait Savior, and you're known as the Divine. And Kushite gains 25 fervor, which we exactly can use that we get up to 99. Boom bada bang baby. And with that, we're gonna say immediately work up some stress and call a hunt. Now hold a feast. Because I'm an eager reveler, and that is a lot of money. But immediately takes effect immediately, and therefore I never had any stress to begin with. Welcome, friends. I am content, but because with that consecration of the bloodline, people feel like this is a proper way to a proper thing to celebrate. I am okay with this, and Miriam deserves all the credit, gets the whole effort so that people like me even better, because that is for all vassals around. I do like, by the way, also nowadays, that this number goes down if you've read the messages, so that you don't constantly have to go like, what is happening? And like, yeah, I know powerful vassals expect council position. I really love this much better, but that we can now usurp this. It does give me that warning, but oh no, it now has a war with that one as well. Gosh darn it, can't usurp it for some time. Your culture has discovered public works. Well, we're going for hereditary rule at the moment, but still, that is nice to know. Well, and with that, with consecrating the bloodline, being known as the Savior, I'm gonna end this episode, and I'm gonna check up how to change names. I thought it was possible in this patch, maybe it was going to be the next patch, and I misremembered. After all, I also misremembered these mods, and really, the Rise mod, the, Regional Immersion and Cultural Enrichment mod, I can give that a wholehearted endorsement. The buffs may be a bit too strong. This might be a bit much, the diplomacy, fertility, and general opinion. I think, like, these elements, like it should give 2 or something. It's a little crazy, but on the overall thing, the immersion of it, and this not being too broken, I'm gonna give this a thumbs up. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.